We have been reading Drummer Girl by Bridget Tyler.
So good.
Don't give them spoilers yet. We haven't even told them the synopsis.
Okay.
So, synopsis time. Just gonna put Caroline more in the show. There we go. We're good. She can sing her now. Anyway. Synopsis. 5 London schoolgirls form a band and win a talent show that whisks them off for an epic summer in LA. So far, so fabulous.
But when the rock and roll dream turns sour, can drummer girl Lucy keep the beat?
Bum bum bum. So I've decided this time to do something exciting with the theme of the book and talk about the things in the book basing on the instruments. So to begin, we're going to talk about the guitar, which we have decided is the main story arc, the sort of the music that goes through the entire song. So, what were your initial thoughts on the story?
So good!
Did you get that at the beginning?
So good! Oh, now you've got me singing. No, I really love the story. I really love the story. I thought it was fantastic. You won't know this, but actually Faye picked this choice, and I did already have it on my shelf, but it's one of those I didn't really know much about. I had been given a copy, and so I didn't really know what to expect at all, and I have to say that first chapter just gripped me completely, and I was like, hello, this is not what I was expecting, and from there it was just a complete page turner. I sat and read it in a single sitting one evening. It even got to the point where my bladder was bursting, but I didn't want to put the book down because I just wanted to see what happened next.
Awesome. So yeah, what she said. Basically, I read this before Caroline, and then I kept telling her to read it and read it. Come on, you have to read it, like right now. And she kept putting it off until eventually she was like, oh, I need to film a video, so I better read the book. And then she texted me, and she's like, oh my god. I was like, I know! Because basically, this book is so much more than you think it will be. And it's just so gripping and thrilling, and so much happens, and there's things going on all over the place. It's got a little bit crazy, and it's just so exciting. It's so much fun, and it's also kind of dark and kind of, oh, it's got those happy moments and the sad moments, and it's amazing. Just
it's
brilliant.
Fantastic. Yeah. I have to say I was expecting kind of, well, it's pink. It's a pink book. She gave me a pink book. I was expecting just kind of a fluffy contemporary with a bit of romance, especially with the tagline, which was, what was it? Fame, love, friends, pick any two. But what I got instead was just a thrill ride, really.
Yeah, I really like the friendships as well.
Yes.
The fact that it's like, obviously I spoke about this last week, but I love friendships in books, and I hadn't actually read this book when I did that, because if I had, it would have been in the list, because it just had such a good idea of what friendships are and how they can fall apart and then be put back together again.
Moving on to the next instrument, which was the piano.
Which we're doing as looking at the background sort of stuff that goes on, so the setting and all that sort of stuff. So what do you think about the setting of this book? Did you like it?
I did. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. We're talking about kind of the setting, it's kind of plot as well.
Yeah, bring it all in. Background, what happens.
Yeah, I love the idea that they're thrown into this kind of foreign environment, and you're expecting it to be really glamorous, and you know, to a certain extent it is glamorous, and they've got this degree of freedom that they've not had before, and we get whizzed around Los Angeles, and we get to see a bit of the sights and a few of the kind of buildings.
Yes, those exciting buildings that they have in LA. We don't have them here.
Landmarks. But then at the same time, we're also being shown kind of the grittier undertones as well. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I really like the setting of LA, and I think it really worked being in LA because there's sort of a mystery about the city, especially for us UKers. And I just feel like because of like the acting side of things as well as the music side of things, that there's always in the media sort of this darker side to LA where, you know, Lindsay Lohan and all those sort of actors and all the deaths and stuff, where things go wrong. And I feel like it was good because that sort of sets the story, where also you've also got this sort of glamour to LA, you know, LA is fabulous and LA is amazing, but you know, what is LA not telling you? Yeah, I really like that about it.
I also like the fact that there was a genuine reason that the parents weren't involved as well. That they've been taken out of their life and then thrown into this new environment, and there was a genuine reason why the parents weren't there supervising and preventing some of the mishaps.
The parents. Oh. So that moves us swiftly on to the drums. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. I don't know why. Which is what we're going to talk about as the heart of the story, being the characters. And I want to talk first because I need to. Lucy, I love her.
She's amazing. So much.
If there's ever a character that I like connected with on so many levels, it was her. She just was this grounded character. She had so many things that she had to deal with, and she was struggling, and she just wanted, I understand. I know what it feels like to feel like everything is going wrong and you've got no one to talk to, and then obviously you do have people to talk to, you just don't realise because we're idiots sometimes. But no, I loved her journey, and I loved everything she went through and how much of a strong character it made her, and yeah, I really like Lucy.
I thought she was an amazing friend, and you don't often see that. And you could see her struggle to be a friend and balancing that with her own dreams.
She wants to be herself, but she can't.
And she kind of, she stayed true to herself throughout the whole thing. And she had a genuine passion for the music. And yeah, I loved her character. And I was like, you know, she's conflicted. And she said she wasn't perfect. And we all know, if you know, half the crap that happened in that book happened to any of us. You read it, you go, why haven't you said something? Speak to somebody. But you know, if you as a teen, or if you think back to when you're a teen, and you may well have been put into similar situations, and kind of the angst and the turmoil that comes with those decisions,
and we just keep it inside. I didn't tell anyone. That's like, you could get someone into trouble, and you don't want to do that. Yeah, I completely understand. Like, and also Isa was another character that I really liked. She's this really shy person to begin with. Oh my god, her story made me cry when I first heard about her. But she's just this really shy character, and this band and these friends, and she just becomes such an interesting person to talk about. And you know, she's got all these, all of it is all about the first sort of friendships, the first loves, all the things that you deal with.
Independence.
It's wrapped around this new experience that they're trying to deal with the first time they're away from their parents, that sort of stuff. And I just really liked it.
I think, you know, even if you aren't in a rock band going to LA, you can relate in the sense that, you know, going off to university, starting new careers, and just kind of finding your feet in new relationships outside of that school setting. Yeah. I have to say, I think I liked all the characters. Even the more difficult ones to like. I think they all had redeeming qualities. Ultimately, all of the girls anyway.
Yeah.
And I started the book, that first chapter, thinking, wow, I'm not going to like her. She's obviously a bitch.
Right.
And actually, I grew to really like her. I could totally see the charisma and how she pulled all the girls together. Although I think she, you know, that in a sense was her downfall, that she was so single-minded that she couldn't see outside her little box. And
yeah, I think that I like that at the end she did sort of see the way of her,
see the light.
Yeah, see her issues, and she did her best to sort them out. I did like that, though. You know, every character went on their own personal journey within the story, and they all got wrapped up and sort of, you know, they were all going their own special ways at the end of it, and I thought that's really, really nice. Well, not a lot of people really care about the other characters. They just, you know, they want their main character to have that journey.
I mean, for me, it was very clear that Lucy was the main character of the story. She was what pretty much held it all together. But I love the fact she was the heartbeat.
Anyway,
I love the fact that they all had their point of view. We got multiple point of views, and everyone was given a voice, and I think that's really important. So there was no scapegoat. Everyone kind of had to own their actions and their decisions, and
Yeah, no, I agree. And before we carry on and just make this like the hardest thing to edit, we're going to move on to the next musical instrument, which is the bass. Boom, boom, boom. So we're going to talk about the pace.
The pace.
How did it flow? Was it good?
Yeah, well, I've already said.
She did. She ruined it. She ruined my instrument idea. Anyway, yes, I think it has such a good pace in that, you know, it has its fast moments and then it slows down a little bit and then it goes fast again and it just keeps you, you know, you're just like, no.
And also, I mean, it starts off with a bang.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, we're talking about the first couple of pages. Trying not to give anything away, but it is the first couple of pages.
Yeah.
And then the story gets kind of whizzes you back a few months before, and then you experience the build up to that event, and so you know it's coming, and so you've got obviously that
speculating.
Wow, and you've got that kind of sense of foreboding. But at the same time, then you get introduced to these different elements, and you can just see how this little step is going to lead to this thing. It's going to lead to a bigger problem and a bigger problem. Even before the girls get to LA, there's a few little inklings of like the girls' characters
tension. Oh, and then bang, literally. Mind explosion. It was brilliant. I love the build up to the last, not the end, but like the last. What it came to at the end. It was all like all happened, and you're like, what? I can't deal with all of this. So yeah,
and you thought the story was going one way, and then it went another way, and you're like, what?
Yeah, oh, mental. It was fantastic. Awesome. Seriously. So, lastly, we are going to be talking about the singer. We're going to be talking about the summarising it all, you know, giving everything a voice sort of type thing.
I can't sing, I don't know who I am.
So, summarising your thoughts on the book.
Yeah, it was great. Fantastic. I'm definitely going to read it again at some point, and I shall be recommending it.
Yeah, I definitely would. I'm really, like, I've heard that it's not, a lot of people, it's on not on their radar. But I feel like it really should be. It's just this really dramatic, amazing, strong, powerful story about friendships and love and being famous and independence and
stepping out on your own for that first time.
Just take your words out of my mouth.
Sorry.
And obsessions and things, you know, just scary dark clouds that come pressing on your head and dealing with all the crap that life can throw at you and coming out with a smile.
And that's it's an extreme version, but at the end of the day it's a story that has elements that we can all relate to and experiences that we have probably all at least
or in sort of some way, like you understand the feelings and emotions because you felt them, and it sort of shows you a way to deal with them and, you know, the best way to do it, and I think that's really good. So yeah, I loved it. I would just recommend it over and over and over. So if you haven't read it,
read it.
And if you have read it, what do you agree? Disagree? What do you think? Tell us in the comments. Now, as per usual, at the end of our review, we do a lovely little preview of what we're going to be reading next month for you all.
So excited!
And I think it's Caroline's turn to show.
We have selected for our next buddy review, Fearsome Dreamer.
Which you may remember was on our Tumblr on Monday with the cover of the second book in the series, which is The Illusionists.
So we thought we'd better get a crack on, as both of us own this beautiful hardback. And
both of us have read a signed beautiful hardback too, right? We neither of us read it. Sorry, Law. We all read it. We're reading it next month, March, and then
I'm sure we're gonna love it.
Time for July when the second book comes out. So we're super awesome excited for this one, and we hope that you are super awesome excited for our review of it as well.
Super awesome excited
because everything is awesome!